think we're live? We're live. We should be live. Just a partial minute early because we were already all in the chat. Microphone is on. We're learning. But Chatbot is not participating. I was hoping we would be testing it while we were chatting, because usually if it works it does show up, and it doesn't want to show up today. Wait, warning, please configure what? I'm paying attention to primary and backup streams correctly. What does this mean? But what does this message mean? Has an invalid configuration. Well, I didn't set it up. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, YouTube. I guess if anything happens that's weird and either messages, like if I don't see the messages, or if it's just being wonky, let me know, because it's never given me a little warning thing about like the stream coding being wrong. Whoop, wrong button. I was gonna turn off that just because it's not participating. So yeah, I didn't expect a little warning. So yeah, let me know if anything wrong happens. But also officially, hi Kitty, hi Phoenix. So confused why it's snowing out there, but it has been cold over here as well. Like I think we're spending all week in like the mid 40s to maybe 60. We might hit 60. I think we probably are stuck in the mid 50s. So my brain doesn't like that. All that weather switching has given me headaches and has made me a very tired, return to hibernation mode. So I honestly don't feel like I've gotten like anything done since we last streamed, which is sad because it's been like a week. I do have a video partially edited for my Twisted Tale review. I wish I could say I enjoyed it more. It wasn't one of the worst, but my initial suspicions were pretty dead on. Also, if you haven't, get your hydration. I might have another one because that's some good water. I do know I have not hydrated enough today because I did not get to drink anything when I was at work. Phoenix is saying there's next 2 hours have a 90% thunderstorm possibility, might lose internet. Oh no. But like, I like a thunderstorm, so if you like a thunderstorm, yay, but sad for losing internet. It's been raining all day for Kitty, and the weekend was really warm and sunny. Phoenix says they were in the mid 70s a couple days ago, now they're snowing. Weather sure be weathering. That weather though, it just doesn't know what it wants to do. But it's gonna get hot. I know it's gonna happen, and it's gonna jump into summer. I did technically get my clothes switched over, so I put the bulk of my winter stuff in the summer tub, and yeah, like just switched it. And then it got cold again. So I'm like, oh, maybe I jumped the gun, but also I'm hoping if I have my summer clothes out, it'll manifest slightly warmer days. Has not worked yet, just so you know. I see that you're running StreamBot, but you are not running. You are not participating in the stream. Who pays you? I don't. So I guess, you know, slackers can slack. Really do not look forward to the warm weather. I want... There's a certain kind of awakeness that comes with it being like a sunny day. And I really want that instead of like the gloomy, like I want to stay in my blankets. The heat, at this point, because of the dogs, we do throw the air conditioning on sooner than we would if it was just us. So I'm gonna be inside when I need to be inside. But I just need that good summer energy and hope that actually solves my problem. It's always greener on the other side, right? Phoenix has been spending since Saturday and then through the week trying to help the MAB condense 2 storage units down to 1. Fun project. Today we had to stop early because it started snowing too much. Oh, it snowed that much. Not even just like it's... So it's sticking? Or are you in a blizzard? Are you in a secret blizzard? Hopefully you don't get hail. Don't handle warm weather. Oh, yeah, I know. Like, you become more of a night owl when it gets hot out there. At least one day next week has a forecast of 90. Actually, weather is so weird. For where you're at too, I'm like, snow? Was it? Since I'm part vampire, I'm not a huge fan of the sun. It's trying to kill me after all, at least make me miserable. How does it keep flip-flopping like that? Yeah, I don't... The weather system's really weird right now. Like, when I looked at the radar just to see if it was gonna, rain or anything when I had to go to work, it had a picture of let's say this is the United States, right? And it was a diagonal where everything up here was blue and everything down here was orange. So, like, it wasn't even, like, it was just literally, oh, sorry, we did this diagonal, didn't we? It was literally, like, winter for more than half of the United States, and then, like, Florida had summer. Like, it was Florida and most of the East Coast, and then everybody else had, like, winter weather. And I was like, that's weird. That's very weird for May. Keep in mind that the storage unit is 35 miles from town we live in, and I'm in really high elevation. Oh, yeah. The elevation, you'll get more snow. Hi, Ian. Thanks for popping in. Hi. Feel free to sprint with us. And the weather is unpredictable, so heading home when it was picking up, not dropping off, seemed a good idea. Town wasn't actually expected to get snow. We did better safe than sorry heading home early. Of course, yeah, always, especially when I don't even like the idea of driving on mountainy hills and stuff, but with inclement weather, I've seen the horror movies. We don't need to go over the edge or have any accidents. Thanks, Ian. They're my favorite. They're my favorite little, like, Sleeping Beauty blue to pink glasses. May or may not get a new, like, my insurance is up. Like I can get a new pair with my insurance. And I was going to just, like, get the frame, because I didn't really want to get a new script yet. But it won't let me just put the insurance money towards frame. It has to be frame and lenses. So I either have to commit to getting either new computer glasses or new sunglasses, or wait. Spend no money, or save some money but still have to spend a little bit. I don't think I'm there yet. I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off until I have the inspiration. But these are too good to give up. And I think 2 other pairs that I have for my computer are really, I like them. But I don't switch as much because these are so comfortable. They fit very, very well on the bridge. Anywho, getting into optical stuff too much, we don't need to do that. That's my day job. That's fine. What was Kitty saying? I was in the sun and out and about doing too much last week and still recovering from that. Keep fighting mild migraine symptoms. Nar. And you have allergies too, right? I feel like that's gonna hit us all really bad this year. I can relate. Kitty's son and I don't get along at all, and it makes a lasting impression. The overstimulation hit me really hard after the weekend. Too much light and people and stuff. Hey, you're gonna do the Ren Fair, aren't you? That's gonna be, like, full of... Light is questionable, but definitely people and stuff. Definitely. Oh, they're huge fluffy white flakes. That's the good snow. And it's sticking. Well, It's a weird day, y'all. May 6th, 2026. Revenge of the 6th. It's been a weird day. It's been a weird day. We are going to be productive, though. We're going to channel productivity mode. I'm not going to edit my video on this during sprint time because I feel like that, for me, I feel like the computer tends to lag a bit, and then it sounds like the audio gets out of sync when I'm running a stream and trying to edit video. So it is Writing Wednesday. I should do writing, and I think I will do it for one of the sprints, but I think the first sprint I will do some housekeeping because there's some small, like, they're not important, but it's like admin-y. Like, I should probably post about the events that I'm in and participate in that, and I also need to look at a couple files. So yeah, admin, not terribly fun stuff, but we're gonna write after we get that done so we can at least say we looked at it and we know what's going on. It has been a weird year. It's been a weird year. Not weird like last year. Last year was kind of... Last year was chaotic energy. This year feels like, to me, it feels like you're in the bubble. Like there's still some chaos like going around, but it feels like it's sort of around. It's not exactly direct. And it's just kind of weird. It's different. What is the moon doing right now? Every time there's a couple of people at work who are like, what is the moon doing right now? So that's the thing. What is the moon? Is it a full moon? It's a full moon. Okay. It shouldn't be a full moon right now, though. Yes, surreal. It does feel very surreal. There's been a lot of days where I'm like, is this real life? This doesn't feel like, did I download the wrong sim? As long as I keep the days around my historical picnic free, I should be fine. Last week was too many days in a row where I was trying to do too much. Yes, I understand that. That totally wipes you out. Did bake banana bread. So got nice snackies. Phoenix is distracted by the snow. This is the most snow we've gotten all year. Oh my gosh. What is it world coming to? I don't know. But let's try to... We'll focus our energies. We're gonna do things. We're gonna figure life out. And we're gonna start by doing it with, I think, 40 minutes? Yes, 40 minutes. We can take that away again because that's not helping us. This year has been feeling interesting. Like the curse, may your life be interesting. Oh, it's definitely not been static. That is for sure. That is for sure. But, oh, that's my, yeah, my goals are not that, so I'm not gonna worry about that to-do list right now. We have a different to-do list. My Habbity-Babbity to-do list has gotten long again, so we need to organize that. But we're gonna start with our 40-minute sprint. Okay, I just wanna make sure the timer was working. I apologize. We're gonna do the 40-minute sprint as usual for Wednesdays. Get our life together so we can actually get some writing words in hopefully the next sprint, and just channel the chaos around us into something productive. Sounds good. I'm gonna put it up here and we're gonna start the first sprint in 3, 2, 1, go! Do, 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 do. All right, guys, we rocked that sprint. I felt the productivity through the interwebs, and I remembered to turn my microphone on. So today is going well. I managed to get a few notes in and files that, like, literally all I had to do was like print them out. Why do I procrastinate so poorly when I'm not with you guys? I'm not sure, but we got a few small things done, so I will be ready to write for this next sprint. My brain is just itching to get the words out. I really wish Chatbot was participating today because a lot happened while we were gone, so I'm just gonna try to catch up really quick. Let's see. Kitty was mostly reading a new release this stream and hopefully finally write down April's cookie recipe. Yum, and yay for new release reads. And then we had Crow pop in. Hello, welcome. It's a little bit of a chaos umbrella over here, but we try to like, oh, and also dogs. I hope you're okay with dogs. But yeah, we try to like buddy work and be productive and then hang out. And Phoenix was redefining or clarifying that interesting in terms of like a mixed blessing slash curse. Yeah, 2026 kind of be like that. Hi, I'm sorry, I'm petting you. And then Crow was reading a book during the sprint. Fog came in. Maggie came in. Hey Maggie, it has been a long time. I feel like something was going on. I hope everything went well, but we're glad you're back. And then Snazzy got home from the gym. So we have a full house today. And happy, I'm gonna just call it ZSAM, Zombie Survival Awareness Month. Fennec spent that whole sprint watching the huge fluffy snowflakes and having a snickety snack. Yum, yum, yum. As ever, our resident chef, Maggie, was making delicious food, frying cheese tortellini in a Parmesan crumb and making zucchini marinara, making us all hungry, for sure. Also, Maggie wanted to share that how to be a crazy cat lady, is it to survive the zombie apocalypse? Something like that. Is free for 2 more days, and she dropped the link in the chat. So if you are interested in a fun little book, I have grabbed it, so definitely get your copy. And making some Milky Way dark and peanut butter dessert quesadillas for comfort food. Oh my gosh, what? We all want to go to Maggie's house. Hi, Willow. And then Crow asked what language I'm learning. So currently I am reviewing, but also like reviewing, learning, reading. Pause for squeaks. Yes. Is this your favorite toy? I swear. Willow, it's so loud over here. I'm so sorry. Willow, I know they love your squeaks, but you're right in Mommy's ear. Yes. She only grabs that toy on stream now. Like, she knows you guys want the squeaks, and she literally will leave her toy in here, even if I like take it out, and she says, yes, are you the squeaky girl? As I was saying, I lived in Japan for 4 years, was fluent, still okay, like there's definitely a lot of vocabulary that I've forgotten, so I'm reviewing and semi-relearning some of that like more advanced vocabulary for Japanese, but I'm also studying, depending on the week, Welsh, Chinese, German. Hey, I never put French on. Oh, French was on my other one. I am gonna pick up French on here possibly, or maybe I'll just go back to my other app. I've dabbled in Spanish, and I'm trying to do the Arabic. And I was doing Korean really well for a bit, but obviously the brain can only hold so much languages, so trying to focus on the ones where I might most likely actually visit. But yeah, I forgot my French was on the other app. And I honestly have not really used the other app since I got the Duolingo family thing, so But yeah, Japanese for now. For now, if you want to add me, what's my doohickey? Holla's back. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. For anybody else on the Duolingo. It's the same as my YouTube name. So that should pop up. Is it me? It's me. Bright screen. It's green. It's green. I have a green background. But yeah, I just dabble. Phoenix also had fantastic luck at the thrift store today. Found 2 older big suitcases that don't smell funky, winning. A smaller and a smaller one, and they sold me all 3 for $10. You also got an enamel container. All of it is perfect storage. Yes, 100%. And especially like using luggage with wheels to store things makes moving them so much easier. Oh. Well, the squeaks are back. Hey. Sweetie. You can just hug. I'm sorry. Of course, she didn't bother me at all during the whole sprint where, you know, I had my hands free. I'm trying to check the chat, baby girl. You're making my hand move. No, stop. Willow, I'm so close. Okay, I think I reached what I need to see. Has Duolingo been better these days? I think Duolingo's advantage versus other language programs I've done is the amount of variety. Because like the other app that I really like, Lingo Legend, is super fun because you have a farming mode and like an adventure mode. But that one didn't have as many languages. But it felt like the practice parts were more thorough. Like, and you could also change like a flashcard thing. You could change the frequency to your needs. So if it was, you know, a really quick review and you only wanted to see something like 3 times, you could do that, or you could do it like up to 12 or something. So I really like Lingo Legend, and I want to get back to using that app. So probably when this year is up for the Duolingo family thing, I don't think I will renew, because I literally only get on and do like 1, maybe 2 lessons a day, so I don't really care if there's ads at this point. I'm not like cramming hours into it to make it worth I mean, it's fine. It's still like anytime it asks me to do a speaking question, it will like stop halfway and be like, you got it. And I'm like, I didn't even finish reading that. So it could use some improvements. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I don't think I'll continue the family plan that much, I know. And then both suitcases will stack and fit perfectly under a side table. We love that. They fit in the perfect spot. Tetris. Crow was able to read 4 chapters during the sprint. Snazzy heated up dinner, nearly fell asleep while eating it, and now shall do laundry. Has been a very sleepy Snazzy. Don't know why. Blame the weather. I've literally been in hibernation mode because it got so, and I know it got cold for you too, but it just, where did my spring go? I want the sun. Did you toot? Yes, you did. Did you have to go potty? Is that why you're really here? We might have to pop out and let her go to the potty for the sprint, but we'll be, let me just check with the rest of the chat. Leftover dinner for Snazzy, chicken pot pie, yum, and scalloped potatoes. Crow is currently reading At the End of the River Styx. Oh, I feel like I've heard that before. I've heard of that one. I've heard of it. How is it? Do you like it so far? Oh yes, the evil potatoes for Phoenix. Can't have that. That's your grandmother on the cover? That's such a fun thing to have. Was your grandmother a cat lady? Is that the inspiration? And yes, those are the Twisted Tales in their glorious corner. I'm gonna have to reorganize because they have filled their 2 shelves. And there's 1 more coming out this year and 2 more on the plan, so we're gonna have to make some room. I'm glad Willow Squeaks are making you happy, Phoenix. It's so much louder over here, and I hope it's not like murdering your guys' earbuds. She does love the octopus. Ian was asking if I ever took any of the Japanese proficiency exams. I have. I took N2. So the highest level is N1 and the basic is N5. So N2 was, you could be either you could definitely be a translator, and I think it was, I'm gonna say interpreter light, because I feel like to be like a qualified, like put it on your resume interpreter for like government and stuff, you needed N1, but for like basic stuff you just needed N2. So I did pass that, but there are certain things where I'm surprised I did, because I remember the listening questions and I'm just like, my ears are bad though. Like that's my one weakness, is actually like hearing all the sounds, not just for like Japanese, but in general, my ears are bad. So I'm surprised I passed, because that listening part kind of like made me panic. But this was years ago. This was before I came back. So it was maybe 2015 or 2016. The girl has forgot a lot. Crow was thinking of learning Dutch or Norwegian. That's fun. I don't know if those are on there. I've not checked, but Welsh is, and Welsh is fun. Yes. Can't wait to read the new ones. There's so many I haven't read yet. There's 5. I think the most, the Lilo and Stitch review will be coming out on Friday. I think that's number 24 or 25. So there's quite a few, and most of them have been really good. Most of them have been pretty dang swell. You're so sure Willow's doing it just for you. All the squeaks just for funny. Maggie is saying her middle child uses Duolingo for advanced mathematics because math really is a language. I saw that it has math, music, and chess now, and that would have been helpful. That would have been helpful in pre-calc. It would have. My internet might be trying to crap out. Oh no, not for the snore. Yeah, Duo has. No, Snazzy, you're good. You're good, Snazzy. I think I covered everybody this year as my like. I'm not gonna do this again, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, Maggie has Phoenix's plate ready. On chapter 14, and it's instantly a favorite. That's good. The 2 that you heard about were for Lilo and Stitch and Encanto. Yes, Lilo and Stitch has not released officially yet in the US. It's still coming out in the fall, but it released March 1st in Australia. So if you have watched any of my reviews, or if you do, there's been a few where I'm like, why did they only release internationally? It doesn't make sense. But Encanto is set up for, I think, September 1st as well in the US. And they did have them when you used the app, so it might be worth just something to dabble in, but I would not rely on it. I would not. It's purely because the owl gets angry at me that I click on it every day, and I don't like being controlled. But I also don't want to like let down people who put me on a friend quest, so I do check it for that. Yeah, Australia, and not all of them, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 now have been international releases to start. So I have them, and you can kind of see them on the end here. They have like a school, you can't see that well, but like that's the Scholastic, so that's their international publishing house, and then the rest are Disney Hyperion. Why would they do it differently? I don't know. Who knows? Oh, Phoenix's video is behind. Oh no, the storm is catching you. Oh no. That's okay. We're gonna do our sprint because it is time for sprint number 2. Willow just ran down, so she probably does have to go out and do a potty. So I'm gonna go refill my water, let the puppy out, and then come back and crack the fingers so we can write. We're in chapter 14-ish, draft 0, chapter 14, and we need to find a fox. I'll tell you guys more about that when we come back though. Let's start the timer, and it could be why the video's behind. I know there's I don't think it's 2 minutes. I know there's some form of lag between the chat and me, like when me see the chat and me respond. Me speak caveman apparently. I know there is some lag. I try to keep up, but yeah, we're just gonna do a sprint now, and we'll come back and we'll talk about what's going on with the fox, wolf, and the hound. Okay? Yeah. Let's hit it in, I was gonna say in 30 seconds. In 3 seconds, we will begin our sprint. Let's do it. In 3, and 2, and 1, go! Do 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 do. Da da da. We're back. We're back in action. Back from the sprint. I did get some words in, not quite as many as usual because I had to let the dogs out. We did start. Let's see. Oop, I don't have my word count on. 314 there, and then we kind of jumped around a second. It's gonna make the math hard today. And 541. So what? 855. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. 855 words during that sprint. I'm gonna write that down just so I can make math easier later. And I gotta tell you guys about the fox stuff. The fox. 855 words. So even though I'm not. It says I'm in chapter 14. Pretty sure there's gonna be some moving things around, so I don't even know if I should bother with chapters, except for the fact that when I go to edit, I will have some sense of chunks. So chapter 14, aka the fox hunt arc in this book. I'm not gonna dwell too much on the scene that I just finished, but the scene that I started is one that, like, I'm kind of excited about. And again, it kind of features our side characters, Amelia and Heath. So Heath, I'm glad I really have a small audience so I can just give you guys some background info, or else I'd be just like giving the whole book away. Heath is an exotic hunter, so when they start the fox hunt season, of course, like, he and his dad show up, who's also a hunter, and it's like they're gonna be the presence, they're gonna be like the stars of the show, even though, like, is there really a star when it comes to fox hunting? I don't know. I have to research that a little bit more. But he's already got the reputation of being a not quite renowned, but like locally famous exotic hunter. He went to Africa, he did the thing. Yes, there was some, you know, actual hunting going on. So they have the hunts, and over the course of the season, he realizes something's like off, because it's one of those where initially he's like, oh, I didn't realize fox hunting was this easy, that y'all made a sport of it, but it's like way too easy because they kept finding a fox like every time. And then so Amelia is one of the other Noble-lite family daughters who is a friend to our main character, and she has a crush on Heath. He is her ideal man, but she is kind of the is it the wallflowers that get overlooked? I apologize. I can write stuff, but I edit, so if I speak wrong, that's just because I haven't edited my words yet. But she's been in the social scene for a while, and she has not found a match for reasons. But she really, really likes him, and is kind of, not like following him around, but kind of, you know, we have to follow him around in order to realize what he has discovered, because while he's snooping about thinking there's something off about this fox hunt, it's way too easy, he discovers that the host of the main hunt, who is our primary antagonist, there's kind of like two big ones. He's our main character's father. He's actually been, like, he had caught several foxes and, like, was keeping them caged, so he had a fox to release for all the hunts that he hosted, so it made it look like his lands were the best. But also he was not treating the foxes right, so when Heath finds out, he goes in a rage, because it's kind of that whole, like, you still have to do the hunt right, and there's no point to the hunt if, you know, the animal is already injured, if it's, you know, if it's weak and yada yada. So, like, that's his kind of turning point to the injustice of the hunts. And like later on, definitely in an epilogue, I think he's gonna probably start like an animal like preserve or animal reserve back in Africa. So he's going in a good direction, but the scene I have to write is him finding this fox and uncovering one of many secrets in this book. And I don't know, I'm just really excited to write that because they're side characters, but also like I'm cheering for them, and I hope you guys are gonna cheer for them too, because justice for the animals and justice for our they're kind of a mismatch, kind of a like nobody else would ever assume that they get together, but we're rooting for them. And yeah, there's your not daily, but there's your little behind the scenes bit for today. And I saw during the chat that Elle had popped in, and I recognize you from the comments on some of the Twisted Tales, so hello, welcome to the live stream. You had found me while searching for the Twisted Tale books and read them all except Lilo and Stitch. I just finished that one, and it is gonna be, the review will be out on Friday. It was interesting. That's all I'm gonna say for now. And so can't wait, that I've inspired you to do your own book reviews. We'll probably start in 2027, and just self-published your own book through BNN recently. Congrats. That is a process. Didn't use an editor, so that process was tedious. I know formatting is like, it's really nice because you can see it and it actually looks like a book, but when you get to like the troubleshooting, it is the worst, the most annoying process, because one small thing can set everything off. But I'm glad to hear that I've inspired you somehow. Like, I don't think my book reviews are anything to write home about, especially because like I really only talk about Disney books, and I try to just keep it pretty casual, since I'm not necessarily like reviewing things professionally. I have no one else to talk to about my Disney books, so that's what they've turned into. But we got all them Twisted Tales. We've got our little backlog, so it's been a good time. Oh, Ian finally connected that Eris and Thog are one. 855 words for the win. Yeesh. Phoenix said during the sprint ended up separating out edges for a puzzle. Snazzy folded laundry and started a new load. Phoenix is too tired for much, but can sort puzzle pieces. We have new puzzles and I want to start them, but if I do, I'm just not going to do my work, and I owe it to myself to actually do my work. Kitty's been having a great time reading her book and is now finally writing down the recipe for April's cookies and then gonna make some coffee. I also made myself a decaf with, we finally found the butterbeer creamer at Kroger. It's fine. I think butterbeer should just stay butterbeer because it's it's a butterscotch, essentially cream soda. I don't think it does too much for me. Like, it's not my favorite creamer, but it's a Coffee Mate brand creamer. And in general, my experience with Coffee Mate creamers is the initial taste, I'm like, oh, that's nice and different. And then very quickly, I'm tired of it and I don't like it anymore. So I do like the Aldi creamers a lot better. But we gotta finish it, so we have a little butterbeer decaf coffee. Yeah, I know nothing about fox hunting. For sure, like, I know what it looks like, but this is one of those things where, like, I know I have an image, and we're gonna go with this for the draft, and then between this and the next draft, when I get to do my research escapade, then I can, like, I can really get into the details. Oh, shocking, Holly, you speak like a human. Yeah. You didn't know I was, I'm not a robot? Yeah. I know you don't expect an edited version, but I also, like, when I speak, there's literally a block on the right word. It's always like dancing around it. My husband calls me out all the time. He's like, "You're a writer. How do you not know that word?" I'm like, "I know the word. It just wasn't in my head at the moment." This is why I edit. Yeah, the guy was totally cheating, but that's not even the worst thing that he does. So, small injustices that we're gonna uncover. Sucker for good side characters. Cheering for him and justice for the animals. Good side characters are so important. Absolutely. Congrats on publishing again. Yes, yes. Recipes in Discord. Woo! Yeah, I'm not too terribly impressed. There's a cold foam and a creamer. The creamer was like their 0 sugar creamer. We got both because I didn't know which one I was supposed to grab. Maybe it's just not my flavor of coffee because I don't know. I feel like butterscotch also by itself is not enough. Like it's like usually like mixed with chocolate or something in like my Big B coffees. So maybe, I don't know. But I think also, like, we don't usually get the Coffee Mate 0 sugar stuff anyway, and I know it's oil based, so I already like feel it on my tongue, and I want to wash it away. So it's a very mixed feeling. It smells nice. It smells pretty dang good. It smells exactly like butterscotch. Maybe if it wasn't the oil based ones, maybe if it was like actual milk based. Oh, you can make butterbeer creamer with butter flavored extract and a little vanilla. Oh, used it in my latte. Yum, yum, yum. A butter extract. Huh. Again, I still have no syrups. I have none of the fancy stuff. And honestly, whenever this hot weather shows up, I'm gonna be drinking less coffee anyway, because it has an iced coffee setting, but it's really not. It's just warm, and you're supposed to put it over ice, which I guess is how you would have to do it, but it's not worth it. So I'll probably just drink less coffee anyway in the next few months, but it's alright. Ian has a little story to share that recently she had used the word pussyfooting in conversation, and the lady she was talking to was like, "Bruh, it's been a hot second since I heard that word. Your writer is showing." Right, when you pick a, like, not necessarily super obscure, but I did actually think, side note, in the Lilo and Stitch book, there were a couple words where I was like, that's a writer word and not a normal word. If that makes sense. Like, it kind of like, I know what it means from context, but I've also like never had to use that word. It feels awkward. So. Oh yeah, we all be mistyping all the time, so we're gonna misspeak all the time. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, Coffee Mate, I have not seen them do just a milk-based one. I think they're all the oil-based, and it does have a weird feel. That's why I think it is, like, that first cup, you're like, oh, this is good, and then you're like, it's just, nah, the oil's hitting me. But yeah, here's my Dumbo mug. I love almost anything, like, Disney merch-wise, if it has, like, the character design sketches, that's my kryptonite. That is my kryptonite. I have another one with Sully, but it's chipped. And it's not this big. So this is the big mug. I have this one. I guess it's show and tell time real quick. This one, it says it's a mug, but it's a freaking vase. Like, it's so big. So I have some extra pens in it. But we've got kind of like a sketchy Mickey. Just some like simple like lines, and it's super simple, but I love me some line art. I love me some sketches. It's the artist in me. I can't help it. But yeah, and I do have some pins, but Pins is a different story. We can't talk about pins right now. We have to do another sprint. Pins is a whole rabbit hole. That needs to be its own thing. Oh my goodness, the chat just keeps jumping. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Unless I accidentally clicked that, then that's awkward. Phoenix only uses whole milk and sugar in their coffee, other than throwing in a cocoa for years now. Yeah, typically I've done that, but I've also, if it's a good coffee, I'll just want it black. Call me weird, but it's like there's very few times where there's a middle. It's either like a Big concoction, which we don't want to know how much sugar is in that, or a black coffee. But it's got to be a good black coffee. So if it's not a good coffee, I do have to put the stuff in it. If you think about the characters in Lilo and Stitch, they would use those words versus a writer. Writers unite. But I think it was in Nani's point of view, so it would have made sense. Maybe it was it one of the aliens. I accept that statement as a possible argument. I think it might have been in Nani's point of view, which is why it felt weird. Especially because a lot of the aliens, like, I expected a little bit more odd, but it felt very elementary, my dear Watson. So that's gonna come up in the review. Make fridge cold brew, 1.5 water, cup of coffee grounds, fridge overnight, drain and strain, and put the grounds in your garden and enjoy the coffee. Oh. Speaking of putting coffee grounds in the garden, because you know how like K-cups have the grounds in them? Is there like a right way to do that? Because I tried to collect them for a bit and it got stinky. But I think maybe some of the problem was there was a couple of them that were like flavored grounds, like a vanilla ground, and I'm wondering if that was bad. But also I don't have my garden. Eventually there's gonna be like tomatoes and cucumbers because I actually eat those. But I don't have anything set up to like work topsoil into. I just have grass. So I don't know. I kind of gave up after it got stinky and I've not looked at it again. But I have had the thought. I have had the thought to do that. And I've made if you want to make a really lazy cold brew and you just brew a coffee and then you wait for it to get room temp and you stick it in the fridge and you drink it the next day, that's the real lazy cold brew. Kitty only ever drinks instant chocolate coffee powder stuff that has sugar and milk already in it because I'm a baby about coffee. Yeah, not everybody likes the better stuff. I totally get it. Oh, you got the Disney Funko Pops. Oh yeah, you've got the Sleeping Beauties. I know. I had to stop. I saw the obsession coming and I cut myself off. I just have like a few select ones. Maybe that'll have to be an office tour video, is showing off those. I've never liked coffee. I think it smells good though. I'll stick to my Dr. Pepper. We do like a Dr. Pepper. We do indeed. I think I'm almost caught up with the chat, guys. Maybe. I might jinx it. Okay, the statement was in agreement with the word standing out. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. But I mean, it could be that the aliens were using a word that we normally wouldn't use. I didn't make a note. I should make better notes as someone who's reviewing books, but I cannot be bothered. I'm trying to actually enjoy the book too. Kitty says a couple years ago her sister got her some Tupperware boxes with Winnie the Pooh characters on them, and I love them, and I always have my purple Eeyore box with me for emergency snacks. Yes! I would treasure them always. I want it. I want it. Even for like, I keep saying, ooh, I could use it for like office storage so then it won't get dirty. But I don't have anything to store in them yet. I also have like so much stuff on my Winnie the Pooh shelf, that's why I need more shelves. for more Winnie the Pooh stuff. Just saying. Just saying. If things start to look different back there, small remodel. You know I'm due for an office change up. I was gonna wait until fall to order Lilo and Stitch. Now maybe I should order it from Australia. Maybe. I'd say watch the review and see if it's worth it, cause it's not in my top 10. It wasn't bad. It just, I say it pretty early on in the video. If you like the Disney Channel TV series for like Aladdin, the Lilo and Stitch series, the Timon and Pumbaa, like kind of like more chill, definitely obviously episodic, but like more so on jokes instead of story. And if you like those, or if you really like Return of Jafar, and I'm kind of referencing that in terms of like production quality, to me the Lilo and Stitch book felt closer to those in terms of what went on in the story versus like the true, what we're gonna call epics. The epics of like the actual movies, like the A-Team movies, you know, the true Lilo and Stitch, like the original Aladdin, like A-Team. This was TV Team, because it's not B-Team. B-Team made Goofy Movie, and Goofy Movie is fantastic, so it's more of the TV Team level production to me. So like if you love that stuff, which I love it in a nostalgic way, but as a adult who expected twisted, like some of the good Twisted Tale quality, especially after reading How Far I'll Go, which was by the same author, I personally could have waited. Wasn't my top 10. Maybe in the bottom 10. So, just saying that. I'm gonna catch up with the chat so we can do our last sprint, guys. We're having a lot of good chat, so like I'm not worried about it. We're doing good things in here. And we do have a reusable K-Cup. We do have that. I have not used it yet. Again, very lazy. Just got an actual coffee maker thing, so we've upgraded from the hot kettle. Snazzy has a tiny trash can that is specifically meant for food scraps. It has a charcoal filter that makes it not stinky and went through a comp. Oh, now it's a counter decoration. Okay, I've seen those. I thought about it, but then like, again, things got stinky and I kind of gave up and didn't look further into it, so I'll get there. When I catch up with some other things, I will get there. Oh, goodbye, Thug. Have a good day at work. Do what makes you happy all the time. Everybody should do what makes them happy. Phoenix, yep, it has been a while. I mean, the layout works pretty good, but I think now we need to make the background look better presented. It's kind of hard with the door having to be open for the dogs, but I have ideas. Kay's commenting about the Winnie the Pooh containers. They're actually really sturdy. The one box has been traveling in my bag with me, in my bag with keys and a bunch of trash, and it looks pretty much still new after over a year. Very nice. Elle says, don't like watching those shows. I like the classic movies. I thought Kayla Kendall will do as good as she did with Moana's Twisted Tale. I'll wait. Yes, I think, yeah. Like I said, if you love those things, this is for you. If you expected more, you can wait. I can absolutely wait. And the hardcover will be out in the US, I'm sure. So, is teal my favorite color? Sometimes. I'm fluctuating between most of these colors, like the pink to the blue, like Sleeping Beauty colors. But I'm also really into green this year. Because I went with green for a lot of my stuff, like my planner. Blues are solid. I think this wall needs to be less dark. A little bit more muted, maybe a little bit more toward a bluish gray. And then I need, because I want to do cube shelves that each feature like kind of like a different vignette of the different Disney stuff that I have of. So we'll get there eventually. We'll get there. This is not the time to plan the office makeover at 9 o'clock at night. All right, Fenix started sorting pieces again so we can sprint. As in, so I type less. All good, all good. My favorite colors changed too. Yeah, and it's, you know, this is the first time in my life that I can honestly say I liked pink. So it's only taking me 30 something years, but if it's the right pink, I could put some in my hair. Yeah, colors can change. And that's why this room changes at least once, if not twice a year. So expect that to come. But we have another sprint to do before we wrap up at 10. So we're going to do another 40-minute sprint. Am I still, yep, I still have some coffee and I have some water. If you guys haven't, make sure you're hydrating with actual water, not just like coffee and stuff, because hydration, dehydration, delicious, nutritious, we'll work on that. But get your water and get ready, and we will jump into our next sprint. Thank you for your sacrifice, Fenix. I like listening to the office makeover. Oh, it's gonna be happening. I have earned the right to get my paint color. So now it's a matter of picking that, because once that's done, it's gonna start. Hopefully after the chaos that May is gonna be for me, I can get into that. Elle has a Disney villain Funko Pop villain series corner on the desk. Nice. You gotta have Maleficent. She's queen. I was over 40 before I started liking any pink. There you go. Yeah, favorite colors can change. Snazzy needs to Marie Kondo her stuff. She's starting to feel overwhelmed. Where does all the crap come from? Fenix has also been drinking lemonade for the electrolytes. Kitty is still stuck in moving, so no proper furniture help. Ugh, all my stuff is hanging out on the floor. So we are all due for a Marie Kondo revamp, organize our lives, put stuff away. June. I feel like June is gonna be it. Okay? Let's get through. Let's survive May. It's still a lot going on the second half of the month, so let's survive May, and then June, we're gonna do it. I'll even put it in my calendar when we start the sprint right now, so. Oh good, you got one more corner to find, Fenix. You got this. And you do have a Maleficent. Excellent. Excellent. You are not a fool. Alright, Midwestern delay over with. Timer, begin. Let's get into the sprint, and we'll be back in 39 minutes and change, guys. Let's go! We're back. We're back. That was the final sprint. I forgot to put this up there. That was the final sprint of the night. It hit at 9:30. It definitely hit where I'm like, oh, the energy's going away. We did write a decent bit. Let's see. We got 1,015 words during that sprint, so we had a nice solid writing spree, putting us at 1870 for the day, which is pretty dang good. I always try to get about 2K on writing Wednesdays, so that will change our word count here a bit. I definitely need to take this extra stuff out of the document so I don't have to keep like selecting stuff to select it for math purposes to get this word count, but give me a brief moment to do that because I'm not ready to take stuff out. So that 6, 3, 6, 8, 6, 3, 6, 8. Everything is just everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once, all the time. And then we pull out the calculator. Ooh, ah. Plus. Okay, so I'm at 48,198 words written towards this draft. So I need to update this current progress. What did I just say? 48,198. I'm just going to take out chapter 14 because it's kind of starting to not be chapters. It is, but it isn't. I still have to go through the outline, but that's okay. Let me check with the chat. Oh, Kitty's being haunted by the pile of books everywhere. We need to get you some shelves. Unless it's like still not sure if you're going to move more. Found the fourth corner. At least I made a good start of finding the edges. Also put the empty suitcases where they're gonna live. Too worn out to fill them or figure out what to do with the stuff that was there. And I've hit the point where it's worn out Wednesday. Me too. Me too. Can't stop yawning. Dang it. I didn't think reading the word would trigger it. I just want chatbot, do your job. It's probably gonna show up tomorrow and act like nothing happened because that's how it be. Well, I plan to be home in time for Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow I will be at Mab's storage unit again, so I might roll in a little late. All good, all good. Weather depending, of course. Forecasted for 70 tomorrow after today's snow. Okay, why is your weather so weird? Why is all of our weather weird, though? Snazzy took a shower, the sprint, and agree with worn out Wednesday. Yeah, and it was getting to the point where I'm like, ooh, I have so many things on my list. Do I have to make writing Wednesday work in progress Wednesday so we can just do whatever? Maybe later in the future, but since like usually a Throwback Thursday I kind of do whatever I want anyway, I didn't want to take away the writing Wednesday because it's kind of my good designated writing time. Laura popped in to say hello while walking her dog. Hello Laura, and hello doggy. Be good on the walkie. Yes, woo for productivity. We did get stuff in, we got stuff done, so we do feel a bit better about today. Laura's also been studying for psych midterms all day. Well, psychology, is it Psych 101? Psych 101 I liked. I didn't go any further than that because I didn't need it for my degree, but I did enjoy Psych 101. I do not mind psychology class. Ian got their first 1,500 plus words in for the first time in months. Excellent. Excellent. We all just needed a writing Wednesday. I mean, it's been... When's the last writing Wednesday we had? Checking. That's May. I haven't had a writing Wednesday since I think the 15th of April. And I think I wrote that day. I want to say I did, but I don't remember. So either the 8th or the 15th was the last day that I actually wrote anything for Fox, Wolf, and Hound. Shame on me, because I also have not been making like super progress in Kuro Kenshin, but that's okay. That's different. Alrighty. Oh no, the chat jumped again. I scrolled too far. Ella's saying she was away from her computer last time we were talking about a fox. What do I got so far? Well, I do have to introduce you to my current whip in progress. I'm sure your brain appreciates the walk too. Like, walking is amazing. So Fox, Wolf, and Hound is... Ooh. I can't do this mirror stuff. There we go. That is my current novel work in progress. It is a historical fiction romance with layers of not necessarily murder mystery, but mystery elements in it. It's new. It's a new genre to me in terms of writing, because my series that I published was a dystopian fantasy trilogy. So this is new. Having a lot of fun with it, but Fox, Wolf, and Hound are each... It's not their names, but it's definitely like their... Let's pretend they're code names right now. But Fox is our main female lead. She is the daughter of Baron Blackmere, who is a bad guy. But she doesn't want to get married. She's old enough to be on the social scene, and she's old enough, or sorry, I just said that. She doesn't want to get married because she believes that her being married off and forced to leave the estate will kind of give her father free reign over the staff, and he already treats them bad. So she wants to stay home, essentially, so she can protect them better, since they are more family to her than he is, because he's a bad guy. Our Wolf and Hound are two... one is a military captain and the other is his lieutenant. The military captain is from a more like wealthy family. The captain's more middle class, but they come back from their tour abroad, and the captain is also of age. They're like, y'all, you need to get married. You bachelor, you. And he doesn't want to do that because he wants to keep pursuing his military career. But at this point, his mom is sick, and he wants to like kind of do it for her, like get married for her, or at least make an effort before she may or may not survive the sickness. Things are in development, so this is just behind the scenes of where we're at right now. So he and our Fox end up in a sort of like secret, fake engagement of sorts, where they both pretend to be engaged during the duration just to like delay them actually getting married, and then they end up kind of investigating the bad things that's been going on and some other things. And then the Hound the lieutenant is sent kind of like undercover to work at the estate. I know I'm getting kind of like all over the place right now, but he's working there undercover as a stable hand. So he's kind of investigating on that end too, and like with the staff directly, while our captain and bachelorette are in the social scene trying to like navigate that, pretending to be in, or at least pretending to court, not even necessarily get engaged at this point, so they can do their own things to hopefully help her chosen family and stop her dad from doing bad things. I know that was really not like the best summary. There's always a better way to do it, but I'm tired and I can't do the words right now. But that's the gist. That's draft 0, characters, story idea. We're this far. We're not even halfway through the writing, but yeah, it's not a twist. It is not a twist on Fox and the Hound as in the Disney one. Though I do love that movie, it still makes me cry. But it is appropriate for the setting because it's like 1895, London-ish. That's why there's fox hunts and stuff. So it'll all make sense when I can speak more coherently. I was wondering how many people would start suffering the yawnies when you read them out. I swear I'm not faking this. It is, I think the process of saying that word triggers it. I think so. Okay, Katie said, there is a shelf planned. I know the dimensions, but I need to wait a couple of weeks until my dad has the big car from work so we can transport it. Ooh, it's a very tall shelf. Oh. I wish I could work on one of my novels tonight. Oh. I'm sending you a swift and easy midterm so that you can get back to the writing. Because I feel like not midterms. Did you say midterm? Did you say midterm or just exam? Let me check. Because I'm like, midterm, how long is your term? Where is, it's jumping around. It's jumping around. Dun, 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 dun. It is a midterm. When is your term over? It's May. Or unless it's one of those that like does a midterm and then immediately does a final right after. I don't know. Well, I want that to be done so you can work on your novel too. I like the idea of Work in Progress Wednesday. It may shift to that name on certain weeks, just depending on the schedule, but right now it's gonna at least say Writing Wednesday until I can make a new thumbnail, but maybe we'll say Writing or Work in Progress. The more I talk about the book, the more intrigued you become. Excellent. It's the pre-marketing I should have done for Tower of Dogs. To be fair, that was such a learning process writing that series, and I love it, and I want to do more things with it. But yeah, with this being a standalone, I'm just like, let's share this process together, guys. All ideas are subject to change as Hal's characters allow themselves to be more known. Yes, there might be some smudging, but so far that core idea is there. Like, those are our 3 main characters. This is the setting. This is the track. Layers. It's an onion. It's an onion. Ooh, your mother-in-law is from Devon, England, so love England settings. I hope I do it justice. I promise I will do my research. I just made you, yeah, I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it because I don't want to do it again. Right now, I'm in Eastern time, so it's 10:13 for me. I think we have quite a few people across the way here, so. Oh, it's an accelerated spring course for 8 weeks, so you ooh, that's like all kinds of back-to-back-to-back stuff. Well, that's a lot. But, I mean, at least it's, I don't know what other classes you might be taking as well, but at least psychology I think is interesting, and it does help with writing, so. It might be after 4 a.m. where Kitty is. Of course, our little, is there something later than a night owl? Because maybe, you're like the midnight cat, except for something that sounds a little better than that. The late kitty? The late kitty? I don't know. Think of something, guys. Phoenix says it's only a little after 8, but I've been busy and I'm tired early. And Laura's asking if Fox and Hound is going to be a throuple. It is not. I mean, it's definitely got the love triangle going, and I have an idea who the pairing ends up being. But I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna have a happy ending, but maybe it's kind of sad and or tragic, possibly for one of the characters. So I don't want to be like the evil author that did the thing for drama. But right now, I don't see how he can get out of his situation unscathed. But there is gonna be a clear, like, I want to at least write it where it's like it makes sense that those two ended up together, and it's not just like it happens. Like, I've read so many romances where I'm like, this came out of left field. You didn't even start talking to that character to chapter 30 of 40. How did this happen? So, like I said, romance is new to me, at least writing it. But we're gonna try our best to make it believable. We like believable. And you're going through the whole textbook in 8 weeks? I will pray for you. Spazzy's turning into a pumpkin moose, going to attempt to go to bed. Glad to hang out with everybody, and good night. Phoenix is also on the cusp of flipping to day sleep again. Oh, good night, pumpkin moose. Yeah, we're gonna do what makes sense. At this point, there is no forcing anything. But yeah, we still have to see how it goes, cause I'm maybe like halfway through the story-ish, not counting the extra layers I still need to add in, so things can change, but based off my initial outline, it does go in that direction. Oh no, Phoenix, don't let the evil day sleeping take you. I mean, but once it gets hot over there, like, I get it, Phoenix, for sure. And then Phoenix says, being probably myself, I'm always like, why choose? In this case, well, you'll have to read it, because there's definitely someone taking a fall here. I think I've said too much. Nothing bad's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna get along great. Nothing bad happens. No bad stuff does happen. I'm just trying to delay the inevitable whiplash that's gonna come. Time to go back from the walk. Alright, thank you for popping in, Laura. An accelerated course fully going through the whole text would break my brain. Yeah, like I said, at least it's psychology, so it's interesting, but that's a rough one. So yes, good luck with those midterms. It's so quiet in my house, the doggos must be sleeping. Yeah, they put themselves to bed at like 9:30. So I think they're actually both in bed, like actual bed right now, versus downstairs. And I just read Ian's comment where I'm saying nothing bad happens, but my face says all the bad things. I mean, I'm thinking of the particularly bad things where I'm like, well, that does happen, and that's not good. And that's, I haven't even got to write that scene yet, and that scene should be happening soon, and that's not good. But it's a happy ending. I don't know. You have to, if you read the Tower of Dogs series and you liked that level of character trauma, it should be comparable. Yeah, no, we don't do it just to do it. It makes sense. We do what makes sense. Do not break these cuties. don't worry. The Amelia and Heath, they're gonna be fine. They are the rainbow over yonder of hope. Other people I cannot speak for. Now I'm excited to read it. If there's a good reason not to choose, then I can't wait to find out what it is. Yes, we have to make it make sense instead of just... Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be easier than me figuring out the layer of like working in sort of like politics. But I've avoided writing certain scenes with one of the antagonists just because I'm like, ugh, politics, ugh. I'll come back to it later. I have 3 cats that get the zoomies at this hour. Oh, I'm sure the cats be up all night. I'm sure, or I'm the one that needs, wait, hold on, I skipped. I'm not one who always needs or wants happy endings, but Kitty says I'm the one that needs there to be a happy ending always. So, you know, it can happen. I mean, that's a good enough reason, because Ian said, wouldn't a good reason to choose between possibilities just be you are a monogamous person and get the most out of one-on-one? I think that is something too, but it's also like if you still have to choose between two, like if it's a love triangle, you still choose one because there's a reason you didn't choose the other. And that, my friends, is where the things happen. I can't show you my face, so you can't guess what I'm thinking. Things happen. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, choose your own path. Whatever works for you guys works. And that's fair. Phoenix wouldn't have that lived experience since they're poly, so it's not like you know, picking one makes sense. But yeah. Everyone's got a reason. As long as the reasons make sense to the characters in this case, that's what we're going for. And then Ellie was sent, do you prefer, is it Ellie or L? What do you prefer? Just so I'm reading your name right. I don't like politics either, but I can handle if there is magic and love in the story, like Unbirthday and Rebel Rose. Unbirthday was great. Rebel Rose, though, it could have... Why did it do that to Belle? If you've seen the review, you already know. But we don't want to do that, where we're constantly asking why the character isn't just communicating. Least favorite trope. Mind reading you like an odd sister. Oh, the odd sisters. Oh my goodness. Thinks not sleeps. Yeah. Like L. Okay, so it is L. It is L. Yeah, we're all tired. None of us are ready to use the proper words, so it's all good, guys. Schedule. Tomorrow, Thursday, we have Throwback Thursday, and that will be the normal time, 7 to 10. I think next week is just Wednesday? Next week is just Wednesday, because I got a sucky schedule, but I do have the weekend off. Not that I needed it off for a 5K, like that's only going to take a little bit, but at least I did get that off to prepare because the following weekends are events. So tomorrow we hang out, next Wednesday we hang out, and then it should be Tuesday, Wednesday after. I did post the schedule onto the YouTube post thingy and in the Discord chat, so that is there. I don't know what I'm working on tomorrow, but I need to have this video edited tomorrow morning, so there is that. So excited for Throwback Thursday. It's still my favorite. And when we can get into more throwback stuff, it's going to be even more awesome. But for now, it's starting to hit me. I didn't even have to read the word. I hope you guys didn't yawn from that, but if it, I mean, it's almost 10:30. Somehow we've just kept chit-chatting and having our Midwestern goodbye. But today was a really awesome stream, you guys. Like, I don't think we've had this many people for a while, so I'm glad that we got to see some familiar faces. We had some new people, like Elle and Crow come in. Yeah, so it was a nice unexpected surprise, but I am ready to go sleep. Honestly, we're gonna cut the fancy wind down parts and we're just gonna go to bed. Yes, new here's might jump in tomorrow and see what Throwback Thursday is all about. It's very similar, instead, like, you guys can still do whatever you want during sprints. I will not be writing tomorrow. I should be working on line art. So I'll just be doing a bunch of random things, and we try to do stuff with mascots sometimes. So right now, Throwback Thursday is kind of just do all. But you know, we like having words. What is that called? Where the words line up? Throwback Thursday, Writing Wednesday, Mac Monday. There's a word. I'm a writer. I can't think of it right now, and this is how the day has been. But definitely stop in tomorrow. Come hang out with us. You are more than welcome. I'm gonna hit the button so we can all get out of here and go to bed. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate if you haven't.